What's up guys, this is Blake from GuideToVaping.com, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Tantra from Chillum Vape. Alright, although I've done mechanical mod reviews before, I don't actually use them a lot. Mostly I use my Vapor Shark. So with that said, I got my friend Skylar Steele to do the review for this Chillum Tantra.
Hi guys, Skylar with GuideToVaping for Blake doing the Tantra review. As Blake stated, he does not use mech mods that often. He uses his RDNA. Great mod, by the way. But today we're going to be doing the review on the Tantra by Chillum USA made mod. Presentation when it first comes, as you can see, comes as a nice box. Chillum logo on the outside. It's got their website on the back side of it. It comes with an information pamphlet of where Chillum originated from, which I didn't know. Chillum was actually a personal smoking device used by wandering Indian monks in the 18th century. Food for thought. But they come out with this beautifully made all brass mechanical mod. It's made of lead-free naval brass, 3 or 4 grade stainless steel. It has adjustable contacts in the top side. It has aerospace quality CNC machine reverse thread locking ring with a advanced coil spring. Now the coil spring, everybody, when they look at mechanical mod, they think of a big bulky coil spring, which this one is not. It's really interesting. Basically what it is, if I can get this undone, is a flat piece of what looks like stainless steel that has 3 wings that pop up off of it, and that's your spring. The throw on the switch is very small, probably a millimeter distance, if that, for the throw. And it's just, the tolerances on this device are very tight. The switch, there's no wiggle in the switch. Oop, gonna drop it. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the spring. That's all it is. Single piece of stainless steel with leaflets brought up, and it gives you the springing motion, and it's very, very smooth. There's no crunching in the threads. There's no crunching in the switch. It's just a very smooth mod, and you can tell with the switch that the tolerance is very tight. You can feel a little bit of rub, but there's nothing, no crunch to it whatsoever. We put this on my voltage drop meter, and with a 0.39 ohm coil, the voltage drop on it was 0.4, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with mechanical mods or voltage drop or anything like that. That's actually a very good voltage drop on a mechanical mod. It gives a very good hit. And like Tantra states, or sorry, like Chillum states, it hits like a train. And they're true with that. It's a smooth vape, great flavor from the vape. And like I said, the switch, the throw is very little. Very, very little. Now when I first looked at this locking ring, it appeared to me that as I twisted the locking ring, it looks like the switch itself is actually coming up into the mod. I thought that was very ingenious, but I broke it all apart and I looked, and what I actually found out was that this ring right here is actually a locking ring like other mechanical mods that actually comes down to lock the switch in place, which for that feature, to make it look like the switch itself is coming into the mod, is a very, very, I think is a very cool feature of it, because it doesn't look like the bulky lock rings that a lot of these other mods have. Another feature that it has is the reverse thread on the locking ring, which makes it easier to lock and unlock without having to worry about unscrewing the bottom part for your battery. It also has these knurled sections just above the locking ring that you can hold on to screw it on, but I found that the threads are so smooth whenever I don't tighten it down that I don't have to hold on to it. I can easily go up and down with the switch without worry about firing. Also, the spring on it is tight enough that I can set it down with my atomizer on top and not worry about it firing. That's what I tend to do a lot of times when I'm sitting around the house. But like I stated, the voltage drop being a 0.4, it's very good. We'll have a vape. Nice dense clouds. Get the vape out of the camera. Nice dense clouds, and the threading on this, it's smooth as butter. From the 510 connection all the way down to the locking ring. They have a nice thick threading on it, which means you don't have to screw and screw and screw and screw to get the threading down in. Nice and smooth. In the top cap, they have a reverse threaded 510 connection. That way whenever you screw your atomizer down on top, you don't have to worry about unscrewing the 510 pin, positive pin, from the top cap, which is a very nice feature, I think. A lot of people tend to crank down on their atomizers to get it in there, to get a good connection, which with this you don't have to do. It's just a very smooth, set it on, twist it on until it's nice and snug, connection right off the top. Everything that I've screwed down on it has had no issues with connection whatsoever. I very rarely have to adjust the 510 pin. They also have another nut that is regular threaded for your battery rattle, and I find this to be cumbersome at first, but once you get used to this type of connection, then it's easier to do. But you just screw it in, and it does a great job of making the connection, which I have it too tight or too loose there, making the connection with the battery. These contacts are also naval brass, so the bottom contact and the top contact are naval brass. Great connection through, great. Get this screwed in. It's also, I have it in 18650 mode right now, but it also breaks down to be 18350 compatible, and it's just a nice size in 18350. It's small, compact, and it feels really good in the hand to vape on. As you can see, it's about the size of an 18650 battery in 18350 mode. There's about 1.5 millimeters, 2 millimeters on top of it more than an 18650 battery, but still for an 18350 size, it's a nice size, fits great in the hand, and it feels well to vape on. I generally run it in 18650 mode just because I like the lower ohms on my mechanical mods, so I have it in the large size, which still in the full size configuration, it's not a large device. It's very light. I was surprised with it being brass mod. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit on the heavy side, but it was actually a very light mod. Just very comfortable to fit in the hand. The bottom portion of the mod is great for, I call it clawing the mod. If that's the way you like to vape, there's no slide on the mod whatsoever. It's got a nice brush texture to it, so your hands don't slide regardless of how wet or sweaty your hands get. It doesn't slide whatsoever. But if it was to slide, you got a nice little notch right here to catch your fingers on. And it's a comfortable way to vape, comfortable way to hold it. In the box, which is in the lid of the box, it comes with information of where the Chillum comes from, which I stated was the Wandering Monk smoking device. But on the back it has all of the features of the Chillum mod. It has information to where to go to see them, which is www.chillum.la for their website. Just a great built mod. Comes with a certificate of authenticity and this beautiful box.
Alright, so how do you compare, say, the Tantra versus other mods that you've used?
Well, as far as voltage drop, I've used other mods that had, 0.2 to 0.4 voltage drop, which this is one of the better mods that I've used that have had the lower voltage drop. It's on par with a lot of the other mechanical mods that I've used. It excels in other features, conductivity for one. a lot of the, I've used a lot of clones, I've used a couple authentics, this being an authentic, of course. Excuse me. It's, the voltage drop on it is fantastic. The vape quality that I get from it is a great vape quality compared to a lot of the other mechanicals I've used. They've been okay, but not as good and as smooth as the Tantra's been.
Right.